class! In this video we're going to be talking about the LM curve and also going over the money market examples that were presented in the last video. So let's start with those. The first question was, what happens if people believe that Y2K is going to happen? So Y2K was when the banks were going to be setting from 1999 to 2000. There was a myth that went around saying that all the banks were going to lose their data and everyone's money was just going to disappear. So this ensued a panic. And remember when we looked at the video It's a Wonderful Life and everyone had a bank run? Well, something similar to that occurred. Well, almost occurred. So people believed that their money was just going to disappear. Thus, the money demand at this moment would increase. So if they wanted their money, if they demanded their money, they're going to have an increase in their money demand. So that will shift this line up. So money demand would shift up, and this would also push up the real interest rates to R2. Okay, so as money demand increased, the interest rates increased to R2, and there's no change in the money supply in the market. All right, any questions there? Please shoot me an email and we could talk about them in office hours. The next question I posed to you guys is that there's an exogenous increase in prices. So remember, prices in this model, they're sticky in the short run, which means they can't move. But there can be exogenous increases or exogenous decreases, pushes from the outside the model that could change them. But inside the model, we can't change our prices. So an exogenous increase in prices, this will increase P, which is on the denominator. So if the denominator increases, the entire fraction will decrease. So the money supply, the real money supply, will shift to the left. There will be a decrease in real money supply. Because remember, zero's down here and it kind of just counts up. Okay, so we're going to decrease our real money supply to M over P2. And this creates a higher real interest rate, R2. Okay, any questions? Once again, shoot me an email. Okay, next we're going to talk about the LM curve. So the liquidity and money curve is all combinations of the real interest rates and output such that the money market is in equilibrium at all possible equilibriums. Does this definition sound familiar? Because it's almost the exact same as the IS curve, except now we're looking at the money market. Okay, so we're going to derive the liquidity and money curve, or from here on out, I'll just call it the LM curve. So we're going to start with increasing the amount of income/output the economy has. So first, let's say we are at Y1, right here. And we are at interest rate R1. So we're going to bring R1 over, crosses through the equilibrium in the money market, and match it up to Y1. Okay, so now we're at this point. Next, it says, let's increase the amount of Y. Okay, when we increase our income, people are going to be demanding more of their money. And since we're going to be holding constant M and P from the quantity theory of money, the only things we could change are the V for velocity or the Y for output. So as we increase output, we're going to be increasing the velocity of the money, or how fast it circulates through the economy, which creates an increase in the money demand. Okay, I'll repeat that one more time. So since we're holding constant M and P from real money supply, we are allowed to change income/output, Y, and the velocity, which is how quick the money goes through the economy. So if we increase Y, or income, people are going to be demanding more of the money. So you'll have to quicken through the economy. So velocity will increase, increases money demand. So as money demand increases, we saw this in the previous examples, interest rates will rise. So let's mash that all together. So we're going to increase y from y1 to y2. When that happens, money demand increases, MD2, and now we have a new equilibrium. So let's bring that over, match the points up. Okay, let's do that one more time so we can get a nice looking line. So let's increase our income from y2 to y3. When this happens, money demand increases because the velocity, or how quick it moves through the economy, increases, and D3. Okay, we're going to keep shifting these up. This will create a new equilibrium at R3 and Y3. So R2, R3. And here we see our derived LM curve. Okay, so LM, liquidity and money, is an upward sloping line that connects our interest rates and our income/output in the economy. Okay, so this will connect together with the IS curve, which will cross downward sloping. Okay, so remember, LM, money, liquidity and money. LM matches to the money market. IS matches to the goods and services market. An easy way to think of this, M for money, IS, the S for services. Okay? So now we're going to look at a quick example here. So let me just erase this. We're going to ask ourselves, what happens if the money supply, MS, increases? So what happens if the nominal money supply, MS, increases? Now we already looked at this a little bit in the previous video. So we know if MS increases, here, nominal money supply will increase, which will increase the entire fraction, shifting this line to the right. So this will be M over P2. This, forgot to write the LM curve. This will lower the interest rates, R2. And here we know that if the interest rates fall due to a change in money demand or money supply, the LM curve will shift down. LM2. This will put the economy back in equilibrium. So anything that changes the money demand or the money supply that is not Y or R will shift the LM curve. Because remember, we're holding everything else constant, ceteris paribus, when we do these examples. So we derive it by changing the interest rates, allowing them to change. We shift it by not allowing them to change until after we find the new equilibrium. Okay, so here, let's walk through it again. We see an increase in the money supply. MS increases, which will increase the real money supply. This will shift to the right, interest rates will fall, and we'll see a decrease or fall in the liquidity and money curve. Okay, so review. Anything that changes money demand or real money supply will shift the LM curve. A change in the interest rates or output will be a movement along the LM curve. Okay? So next video, we're going to be talking about putting everything together and working through some more examples and go into policy implications. But for now, we're just gonna do this, and I hope you have a good Tuesday. See you Thursday!